What's up, y'all? This is Zeno. Welcome to today's video. Well, still no Glock 26, unfortunately. Today was supposed to be packed with doing videos of a Glock 26, putting on some accessories and unpacking the gun and doing all sorts of fun stuff. Tomorrow was going to be going to the range and shooting the Glock 26, but I still don't have it. In reaction to the video I posted yesterday, which was Glock 26 fail, someone had posted a comment that, you know, if the shop had shown me a Glock 26 Gen 3 originally, then it was my fault that I got a Gen 3. If they had shown me a Glock 26 Gen 4, then it was their fault that they tried to switch guns on me. And I realized when I watched the video again, I didn't make it exactly clear what I was shown when. When I originally went, this is the kind of filling in the gaps of the story. When I originally went in to get the Glock 26 to pay for it and fill out the paperwork, they didn't have a Glock 26 in the case. They pulled out a couple of guns. I was looking at a couple of guns, even though I knew I wanted the Glock 26. They showed me. I said, you know, what else do you suggest? You know, I'm always looking for the opinions of professionals when I go in and to my gun store. That's why those people are there. I said, you know, I'm really interested in a Glock 26. It's kind of what I want. It's kind of what I'm set on. But, you know, what else do you have? Is there anything else? Is there anything new? Is there anything that's selling really well right now? And he showed me some other guns. I don't remember all of them. He showed me a Ruger. He showed me, oh geez, I can't remember. He showed me a Beretta. Showed me a, ooh, you know, can't remember all of them off the top of my head. Showed me a couple. And I said, oh, okay, these are all nice. I like them, but you know, I think I'm gonna go with the Glock 26. He didn't pull the Glock 26 out of the case. He had to go back and get a Glock 26. He's like, I don't have one out here. Let me run in back stock, see if I have one sitting in back. And so he ran in back, grabbed a Glock 26, and it was a Gen 4. Pulled it out. I looked at it very quickly. You know, just kind of handled the gun, did a few of the things that you do when you look at a gun in a gun store. You know, there's only so much you can do. Asked permission to dry fire it, and he told me, sure, go ahead. I did. And after just a few moments with the gun, I said, yeah, you know, I like the way it feels. I think I'm going to go with the Glock 26. He said, okay, great. Filled out the paperwork. Wait the 2-day waiting period. When I went back in to pick up the gun 2 days later, which was yesterday, they pulled out the gun, opened up the box, did everything. I looked at it, and I said, that's not a Gen 4, that's a Gen 3. The gun that they had showed me when I came in the first time was a Gen 4. The gun that they tried to actually give me when I went in to pick it up was a Gen 3. The problem was, I went back in today and had to talk to the owner. The problem was is that the guy who showed me the gun originally, who was just one of their employees, had shown me a gun that had already been purchased by another customer who was waiting for his 2-day waiting period. And he admits that he should not have shown me that gun. That it was incorrect for him to show me a gun that was already sold, and they did not have a Glock 26 Gen 4 in stock. The dude that grabbed the gun grabbed a Gen 3, and he didn't realize that the gun that was the other gun that was there, the other Glock 26 that they had in stock, was a Gen 3. He just thought that they, like me, he thought they were all Gen 4s because they were new in the case. So when I went to pick it up, they tried to get me to get, no, I should say they tried to get me to get a Glock Gen 3. They just assumed that's what I had picked out, because it was a different guy that I picked up from than who had actually sold me the gun. I blame a little bit of it on the shop. I mean, you know, anybody can make a mistake. Everybody's entitled to a bad day, and Lord knows I have my fair share of them. But you know, the good news is they were very conscientious about the situation. They were very quick to try to remedy it. You know, when I brought up the issue, they were very apologetic about it, and you know, all's well that ends well. Unfortunately, it's not going to end well for a little while. The problem that I have is that they don't have a Gen 4 in stock, and they have to order one in, and it's a week and a half to 2 weeks to get a Gen 4 in stock again. And unfortunately, when it comes in stock, because it's a different gun, I have to fill out new paperwork for it, wait another 2-day waiting period before I can get that Glock 26. So it literally is going to be at least 2 weeks before that gun is sitting on this table. Kind of a bummer, you know. Luckily, I'm not a very impatient person, so it doesn't bother me too much that I have to wait for it some more. I would have liked to have had it, but I didn't raise a ruckus, I didn't raise a fuss. I kind of, you know, made my displeasure with the situation known and, you know, left it at that. I'm not there to make enemies. So, in the meantime, here's what I got on eBay. Said the other day that I had spent some cash on eBay. Not everything is in yet, but I did get quite a few things in today. So I was going to talk about those real quick. A couple things I got in today is I got some grip extensions. I got 2 of the Pierce grip extensions. These 2 are the ones that just give you the third finger placement. They don't extend the magazine capacity at all. Got 2 of those. I also got this one. I think I showed one of these the other day in another video, but I got another one. This is a Pierce extension that adds 2-round capacity to the magazine, turning it from a 10 to a 12 shot magazine capacity. So got some of those. Also got the little inset plug for the back side of the grip, where you have that, or the back strap I should say, where you have that little hole. I demonstrated that with my Glock 19 before, and I got one for the Glock 26. The Glock 19 is a little bit, or excuse me, the Glock 26 is a little bit smaller plug. So the one that I got from Glockmeister the other day for the 19 does not work with the 26, so I got one of those. And also got a couple of holsters, and got the K-bar knife. You know, I haven't really pulled out a lot of my knives yet, but thought I'd show this one off. Just got it in today. I had a K-bar when I was in college and loved that knife. It's just a beautiful knife. Has a obviously there's no K-bar needs no introduction. This very storied history behind the K-bar knife, and like I said, I had one in college. I don't know if I gave it away or let somebody borrow it, never got it back, or sold it to somebody. I don't remember what I did with it, but somewhere along the line I allowed it to get out of my possession, and I've literally regretted it ever since. Everybody has a story like that where they parted ways with something and forever regretted it, and the K-bar knife was definitely something that I regretted getting rid of, and so decided to get a new one. Got that off eBay, got a pretty good price on it, and really happy to have the K-bar knife back in my collection. If you are into knives, man, if you don't have a K-bar knife in your collection is officially not complete. So really excited to have that. Got a couple more knives coming in from eBay in the next couple days, so be on the lookout for those. Actually got a real cool one coming in. I'm excited to show you guys that one. Then I got a couple of some holsters. I needed a holster for my Smith & Wesson M&P and also my Beretta 92 FS. We got 2 particular holsters for my Beretta, the Blackhawk and the Safariland. The reason why is because I had mentioned the other day that I needed to get some holsters, and my wife actually bought me a holster, and she was I didn't ask her the situation why she got it, but she decided to be a nice wife and she got me a holster. She actually got me the Blackhawk one here, and I do like Blackhawk, and I also like Safariland. I probably have more Safariland than I do Blackhawk, but I do like Blackhawk, and I do run both, and even though they're both a little bit different retention systems, I do like them both. Unfortunately, I now have 2 holsters for the Beretta, and not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. If you have ever seen one of these, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, but I'm sure all of you know about these holsters. Very common holster. This is the one for the Smith & Wesson. Basically, it holds it by a trigger mechanism here, so when you reach down, your index finger will fall very naturally on the release button. You just toggle that, slips right out. Very nice and smooth holster. Very cool. I like it. My one issue with the Blackhawk holster is that in some guns, I don't think it covers very much of the gun. Some people like that, some people don't. For my Smith & Wesson, I actually like it. It doesn't, goes for quick draw. I like that. It's a very nice lightweight holster. I typically keep the Blackhawk holsters as belt holsters. It does come with the paddle attachment included if you want to switch it over. I typically don't with the Blackhawks. I like them as belt holsters. This gun I would always carry on my belt if I carry it. I don't typically carry this gun too much, but that one's that. The Savariland one, again, I'm sure you guys know all this stuff already. This one has the thumb attachment on it, and this one's for my Beretta, so safety's on. There we go. So that one fits in just like that. As you see, the Savariland covers a lot more of the actual gun than the Blackhawk one does. And then to release it, you just grab it. This little thumb toggle here brings it right out. A couple of reasons why I like the Savariland one. On some of my guns, I like the fact that it covers more of the gun. I don't mind the thumb thing. I actually kind of prefer the thumb latch over the finger latch. I mean, I don't have a huge preference, but if I had to choose, I'd probably choose the Savariland. The one thing I really like about it, though, is it's lined with a nice plush leather inside, so it has a nice lining inside, whereas the Blackhawk holsters do not. Every holster is going to give your holster some holster wear. There's just no getting around that. If you holster a gun a lot, you're going to get some holster wear. Some people that bothers them, some people it doesn't. And but I do like the lining in the Savariland holster, and I tend to notice that it doesn't give it quite as much holster wear as some of the other ones. So I typically only holster these guns when I'm shooting with friends and stuff like that. So you know, at the range or on you know, my property or other people, my friends' property or something like that. That's typically the only time I really holster guns. We do not have concealed carry in this particular state as of right now. I live in Wisconsin. They just passed concealed carry over the summer, which is the reason why I got the Glock 26. That's going to be my concealed carry weapon. But they just passed concealed carry this summer. The law has not taken effect yet, so as of right now, you are not legally allowed to conceal carry in this state. And which is the reason why, again, I was buying the Glock 26. Again, it's also the reason why I'm not too worried about having to wait a little while to get it, because it's not like I'm going to carry it right away. I have to wait till, I think it's October or November before that law becomes in effect. So these particular guns I don't plan on concealed carrying at all, so having these types of holsters work well for me. The only time I'll really use them is if I'm shooting, you know, shooting outside with them. I don't particularly plan to compete with any of these guns, but if I ever did, I'd use them for that too. The problem I have is this is the holster that I want for the Beretta, and I have this Blackhawk holster for the Beretta that my wife got me. You know, I'm a good husband. I said, thank you, honey, I appreciate it. You're a loving wife. I will love and cherish this forever. But I really don't have any use for it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it for right now. Just keep it in the box. I was thinking of maybe doing a sub contest in the near future. Not right away, but in the near future, doing a sub contest. And I was trying to think over the last couple days what I could offer for a sub contest. I had some ideas, and got this extra Beretta holster. I think I might use this for a future prize for a sub contest. That kind of limits who might go for the sub contest, because obviously you would have to have a Beretta in order for this to make any sense for you. But so I think I'll throw some other things in there too, some kind of more generic type stuff. So that's pretty much what I got going on today. Again, still a little bummed that I don't have the Glock 26, and I appreciate everyone that's been commenting on my videos. You know, I haven't been at this channel for too long, but been trying to kind of hit it hard lately with some good videos. Been buying a lot of stuff lately. Typically, you know, I don't typically like channels where it's just somebody buying stuff all the time and doing static videos on a tripod or something like that of just buying guns and buying knives and buying parts and installing parts. I like videos where people are actively doing something, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of that lately. But don't worry, tomorrow I'm going to the range. I was originally going to go to the range with the Glock 26, but tomorrow I'm going to the range with my Beretta. Also going to be shooting the M&P, and of course I'm going to be shooting the Glock 19. Bringing the camera set up to the range tomorrow. Going to shoot some video of sending some lead down range. Hopefully it's not too crowded so I can actually videotape. If that particular range gets real crowded, it's a little hard to videotape because there's just a lot of people there. But typically it's not too bad during the day, so I hope to be able to set up the camera and get some range time on tape for you guys. On tape. Who uses tape anymore? On digital card. There we go. So, a couple cool things in today. Thanks for watching today. Tune in, I got a lot more stuff. More knives coming. More accessories for the Glock 26 coming. Range time tomorrow. It's a good day. Take it easy.